All right, first pitch coming up. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Hard hit to third. Throws across the diamond. One up, one down.
Batting second, the right fielder, Mookie.
Now the catcher up to hit, Jake Rogers.
Number 34, Jake Rogers.
2 outs. Bunting for a hit. Tosses to first. That ends the frame of the bunt attempt. Tigers lead one. They trail here 1-0. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1.
Orlando Soto.
And there's the strike. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. In the air on the infield, Keith drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Swing and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Move first. Soto back on a dive. Turns and fires the bats. Runner takes off. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Runner goes again. On the ground to the left. Tags the runner for 1, and no throw. He's into first easily.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Matt McLean.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Out there to center, under it. And there's 2 down. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Riley Green. The pitch. On the ground to third. Slings it across. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Good slider inside right there.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now it's going to be Orlando Soto. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Line to right, base hit. He's in there.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Really important at bat coming up now.
Here's Mookie Betts now.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. Slams into the wall and hangs on. Runners tagging from second and third. Across is the winning run, and the Mariners walk it off and win it 3-2.
These can be tough at bats when you know you've got to get the ball in the air. At worst case scenario, that pitcher is going to try to tie you up, throw you up and in, but he did a good job pulling the hands through. Extension to put that ball deep enough out of the outfield to score that run and win this game.
Ready to go now. And now the first baseman, Colt Keith.
The first baseman, number 33.
The pitch.
Keith.
That's to third. On to first. One up, one down.
Batting second. The second baseman.
Now it's the power speed combo. Orlando Soto.
The Mariners. The third baseman.
And the pitch.
Orlando. Soto.
That one not close. Ball one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Keith under it. And it's caught for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down.
And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. This to third. Whips it across. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Back in Seattle, new inning getting started. And now Trey Sweeney. Trying to bunt his way on. Tosses across to first. They handle the bunt and get the out. And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. He popped out his first time. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
One down, and now it's Mookie Betts. Ripped to short. Now two away as they get a run across. And now for Seattle, Matt McClain. And the righty deals. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Marcell Ozuna on deck for the ends. And a pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Righty to the plate. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Gets a piece and stays alive. Right-hander kicks, deals. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
And down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. It's the Mariners 1 and the Tigers nothing. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Orlando Soto will hit next. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Soto measures 6 feet 4 inches, 200 pounds. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Hammer, base hit. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Mookie to hit.
Now batting, right fielder.
2 outs.
Mookie.
Runner on the go. And one fouled off, 2-2. Runner on the go again. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. So the lineup flips over. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Foul ball. At the belt and fires. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just overmatched on that.
And your final score here today. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. Kicks and deals. That one back up the middle and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the base.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives.
Runner goes again. Bounce to third, and he grabs it foul.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Runner on the move again. Now this is in the air down the line. And that drops foul. Turns and fires to Betts. Runner goes again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Man at second. Runner on the move again. Stays alive. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal of third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw very well, so you got to take that bag, get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
And a swing and a miss. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Matt McClain up next for the Mariners. Line drive. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Runner from third comes across. It's 1-1.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get some.
Back to the top of the lineup, stepping in the long ball threat, Orlando Soto. 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored so far. Now a fly ball to right center. On the move to the alley. Got it. Nice grab. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Orlando Soto. Gets him to chase after that one.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
Just a simple ground ball the other way, but had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog.
Runner goes again. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. The run comes in from second, back even. It's 3-3.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And that one fouled off. One out, the runner at second here in the bottom of the sixth. That one ripped. That's back. Adios, pelota. So he blasts one out the other way, and they tack on to their lead. It's 8-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of it.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the eighth. Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Hey, get one.
And he deals. Outside low. 1-0. Yates, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. The pitch. Fouled off left side.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. The relay throw. The tag out.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better. Nice sweep in this series, and you continue playing at home. Everything feels good right now. This is the type of run that you can put together a nice, long winning streak. We'll see if they're able.
Here in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, in a city steeped in baseball history. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Shelby. All right, ready to go here. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say,
now it's Mookie Betts. Runner on the go again. Throw, save! Chris, there aren't many players faster than him, and StatCast demonstrates that for us right here.
Yeah, it breaks down the data for us on a close play, and that top speed is about as fast as we've.
Runner on the move again. Pitch is low. Oh, the throw is wild. He scores, and it's 1-0. And the batter now, Orlando Soto. Singled and scored his first time. ground ball left side. Can't glove it cleanly. There's one. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Here's Mookie now.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. High fly ball down the left field line. Sizing this one up. Nabs it, and all the runners are tagging. He's in on the sac fly. It's 7-0.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And up next for Seattle, Matt McClain. Robert, the lead runner out at second. Soto on at first with 2 down. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. 1 run is in. Now a relay to the plate. In there safely. And they now lead by 9.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Just
Orlando Soto digs in now. 1 for 2. And that one is lifted in the air. Hines under it. And there's one away. Back here in Cincinnati, bottom half of inning number 2. And here is Tyler Stevenson. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Grabs it barehanded. The throw, and they get the out.
well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were.
So the batting order turns over. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. Hit hard. That gets through. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue.
Now they've got him in a rundown. He was caught in between there, and they'll tap. So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Jake Fraley now at the plate. On the ground. A dive. He's got it. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, that right there was.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. That one hit to right. Hines puts it away for the out. One away.
Up next for Seattle, the right fielder, Mookie.
So the lineup flips over. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He's a guy who does it all. That one the other way. Lux. And now 2 gone. And the final 13-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long. Here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Seattle, the third baseman, number 2.
The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's one down. 1 out, runner at second. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. The 0-1. And a sac bunt here. Fires across the diamond. And there are 2 down.
Batting fourth.
Now it's going to be Orlando smash to the left side. One out in the second. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. And that one hammered. Hines going back, pulls it in on the warning track. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners.
Orlando Soto.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Robert on his way around third. Throws to second, trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. And they put the tag on him. That's the third out inning. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Slow roller to third. Safe at second.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's,
So the batting order turns over. Orlando Soto getting ready to hit. In the air, right side. Hines pulls it down. Out. Number 2. Now batting Jamer Candelario. The 0-1. Tapped softly on the ground. Soto. Throws to first in time. Final score in this one, 11-4. And now Orlando Soto.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, the third baseman, number 2.
The wind of the pitch. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Up the middle. Throws to first in time. One out in the top of the first. Back to the top of the lineup. Orlando Soto will hit next. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Goodbye, home run. He muscles that one out the opposite way. His 14th of the year. And that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
They wasted no time in that at-bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the...
Back to the top of the Seattle order. And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. He's already homered in this game. Big swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
They take the force out. They limit the damage here. And we're back. Bottom 4 in now for the Reds. TJ Friedl. Swing and a pop-up. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips over. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. He's already homered here in this one.
Soto.
0-1.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
0-1.
The Mariners up big in this one here in the third and final game of the series. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 away.
Just blown away in that.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the power speed combo. Orlando Soto.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And a foul ball. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Foul ball there. And now the lefty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. So back to the top of the order. Here's the Mariners' leadoff man, Orlando Soto. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. In the air out towards right center. On the move to the gap. Makes the catch, inning over. Now it's the Reds' DH. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. Got him. And a final score of 12-6. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. All right, ready to get underway.
Leading off
and now for Seattle, Orlando Soto.
Number 2.
Here comes a pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double to start the game.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Mookie now. Turns and fires to Betts. Runner takes off for third. Wide throw, and it gets away. He'll score easily, and it's a one-run game. Man, is he fast.
It's so fun to watch.
And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. Doubled leading off the ball game. Then came around to score the first run of the game. That one ripped, but foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Robert on at first, nobody out. Line drive, gone.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean,
back here at Rogers Center, all set for the top of the 6th. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. Fought off foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Sliced hard but foul. Righty delivers. That one way outside, and that's ball 1.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Zips it to first. And now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH. Man on second, 2 down. To third, Soto. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Robert makes the turn at second. Hung up in a rundown now. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around.
From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. Okay, all set to go. Here's the rookie third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Number 2.
And here it comes. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Barrios a check to first. Soto dives back in safely. And now it's Mookie Betts. Runner on the move. Throw to second. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed.
Runner goes again. Hauls it in for the out. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. One away, runners at first and third. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Ground ball could be 2. Tag, and he's out at the plate. So first and second with 2 outs. And now it's Dalton Varsho. And the pitch. That's to third. In plenty of time to first. What a play. Inning over. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Here's a big power threat. Orlando Soto. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
0-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out. And Chris, Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. 1 for 2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
All over that one right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can.
Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game.
Runner goes again. Now that's strike 3 and the third out. So here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Fry, the runner at third. Robert over at first with 1 away. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Yeah, that's outside. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
On the ground, a short could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Over to first, safe. Here's Mookie Betts. 2 runs across in the inning, and we're the top half of the 6th. Now move to first. Soto back in on a dive. Two outs. Runner on the go. It's a pitch out. Throw. Save. Singy, the best way to catch this player might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch her, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on stat.
Runner on the go again. Well struck right field. Could be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 7-1. Betts into second.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Orlando Soto. Hit hard, base hit. Around third. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Picks himself up at RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And that's outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. That one fouled off. The M's up big in this one here in the second game of the series. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. That ends the inning. But back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Bounce to the left side. Slides, but it gets by him.
Well, as much action as there was in this one, really impressive performance from the bats on the winning side. They gave up quite a few runs, but they still blew them out of the water.
Ready to go. Stepping in the
Leading off
long
the
ball
afternoon
threat,
for
Orlando
Seattle,
Soto.
the third baseman, Orlando
And the pitch.
Soto.
Out towards right center field. Snags it on the run. And there's one down. And now the DH. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will.
So the lineup flips over. Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Orlando Soto.
Out to center. Varsho should have this one. Drops into the glove. And there's one away. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the power speed combo. Orlando Soto. Gosman back to work. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He circles the bases. Home run number 15 on the year, and we are tied. It's 2-2. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. Oh, 2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Anthony Santander at the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here, the bottom of the 7th. On the ground to third. Fires home for 1. And that's 2.
Well, a big turn of events in this inning. Very well done by the...
And your final score, 5-2. Ready to go now? Here's the rookie third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Number 2.
A wind in the pitch. And that one fouled off. The pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Very frustrating right.
So the batting order turns over. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So gotta be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, that's the money maker right there.
And next is the designated hitter. The pitch. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. On to first, double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 go.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. And now Orlando Soto. Swings through that one for strike 1. Bassett, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a cutter, a curve, a slurve, and he works in a changeup. And that one finds its way through. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Bassett with a look to first. And he dives back in safely. With the go-ahead run at first, here in the finale of this 4-game set. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw, safe. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. When you see that.
Runner goes again. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. Runner goes again. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner. With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Turns and fires to Betts. That one just misses, and it's 3-2. With the go-ahead run at third, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swung on, belted. Varsho going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly. They take the lead. It's 2-1. Back to the top of the lineup, digging in, Orlando Soto. 1 for 3. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Goodbye, He sends it out of here. His 16th homer of the year. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, the pitcher always wants to miss down if he's going to miss with the breaking ball. Pretty good pitch, but just a really...
So the lineup flips over. Orlando Soto, the next to hit. He's already homered in this game. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
On the ground to the left. That's a base hit. Run scores. The throw in. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Here's a 2-1. Runner takes off. Pitch inside. Throw to third. He's safe.
They're merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Next offering is in for a strike. Soto on third with 2 out. Goes down looking. 1 run on 3. And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto.
Leading up for the Mariners, the
And he
third baseman,
deals.
Orlando Soto.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, Boog, the story's been told that Yamamoto's bag of tricks is an actual bag that he carries around. Inside the bag, he keeps a yoga mat, wooden blocks, tiny soccer balls, and mini javelins. He uses all of that just for his warm-up routine.
Why to kick the pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
You know, splitters aren't thrown.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. That's a hit. One gone, runner at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Mookie Betts. Here's a 1-1. Here goes the runner. Pitch is high. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Turns and fires the Betts. Runner goes again. Throw to third. Save. And a pitch. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
I'll expect a back and forth.
Back in Seattle, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Josue De Paula. This to third. Oh, great stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Mariners' leadoff man, Orlando Soto. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Fouled off. He was late. Man at second. Hard ground ball, base knock. Coming home. Here comes the throw. He's safe.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So, runner at second, 2 down. He's trying for third. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save. Got it by him for the K. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're through 5. It's the Mariners 2 and the Dodgers 1. Dominic Canzone digs in now. Trying to keep this a 2-2 game here in game 1 of this 3-game set. On the ground, into the outfield, base hit. Runner from third, in to score. 3-2, they take the lead.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field, and that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Back at T-Mobile Park, on to the bottom of the 8th, and now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. Here comes a pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. Makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy.
The third baseman, number
Hernandez off of first with 2 away.
Muncy.
Ground ball left side, and it gets by him. And that keeps the inning alive.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He'll circle the bases. It's 1-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Well, he went up there looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So the lineup flips over, and stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. And a foul ball.
Blake Snell on the mound today, and everyone knows he's got a great shoe collection, but his trophy cabinet's pretty full as well. He's won multiple Cy Young awards, one in the American League with the Rays and another in the National League with the Padres.
Tied up here in the early going. Now he breaks his bat. Scoops it up barehanded, and he beats it. He's safe.
Boogie doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Runner takes off. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Man at first, 1 away. Runner on the go again. Ball misses. Safe at second with a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every...
Runner on the move again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Man at second. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Out at third. And that ends the inning. Back to the top of the lineup. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He's already homered here in this one. In the air, center field. DePaula in position. 2 down. Dominic Canzone steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Bounce to third. Whips it across. That ends the inning and stops things. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He's already homered in this game. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Well, these Mariners, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes and one gone.
Every team wants a reliable closer, and that's exactly what he delivers for his squad.
Here's a big power threat. Orlando Soto.
Leading up for the Mariners, the third baseman.
And a pitch.
Orlando.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And one pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Runner breaks for third. The 1-1 is fouled off. Righty to the plate. Runner goes again. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Mariners.
Puts a run on the board and picks up.
2 outs, nobody on. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. To third. What a stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
So the batting order turns over. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. Double the lead off the bottom of the first. There's a strike. All right, Singer, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani. Go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking. And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. 1 for 2.
Soto.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Hauls it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do.
And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Now batting, catcher, Will.
One down, base is empty. Line to left. Robert makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 outs. They've got a potent line. Back to the top of the Seattle order. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. In the air, right side of the infield. Hernandez ranging after it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Smoked on the ground a second. And that ends the inning. Josue De Paula steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's to third. Nice stop. From his knees, the throw. Here's one.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. You go home feeling good about yourself.
Now it's the power speed combo. Orlando Soto.
The third baseman.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. This ball's chopped on the ground. Over to Smith. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
That one ripped. Judge going back on it. Adios, pelota. His 18th home run of the season. It's 4-2. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak.
That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands,
and welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Oswald Peraza. And out number 1 on the grab.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive.
So the lineup flips over. And now here is Orlando Soto. He's already homered here in this one. A big swing and a miss.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Lifted in the air now the left side. Moving under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. On the ground to third, and it gets by him.
Just found a way to slap.
First and second, no outs. And next for New York, Oswald Peraza. The 0-1. And that bunted towards third. Bare hand has to hurry. Fires to second for 1.
He had more time than he thought right there. Probably didn't have to barehand it, but he made it look nice, that's for sure.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. 2 outs. Bounce to the left side. Gets it to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of score. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Lou Trevino.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And a pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Wouldn't chase that time.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Yimmy Garcia getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cruz getting cranked up as well. And the righty deals. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Orlando Soto. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs.
An 11-7. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now a chance to...
Runner on the move. Pitch misses inside. And safe. It's a stolen base. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite, and just makes it very tough.
Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Go to third. He's safe. Kicks and fires. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm foot.
So the batting order turns over. And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. Scored the first run of the game back in the 1st after a single to reach base. On the ground to Jazz. They get the force out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. And it's Aaron Judge now. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Soto makes the grab, 1 away. And we're back. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Orlando Soto. Swings and fouls one off.
They see it, drive it. Let's go.
Headed down the line. Judge makes the grab on the run.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. Orlando Soto now at the plate. 1 for 3. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Got him swinging.
No need to deviate from the slider right.
Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Swings through that one. 0-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Well done behind the dish. This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Bottom of the first. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. As the lefty gets to work. That one is absolutely belted. Bellinger drop step going back. And brings it in at the wall.
Almost a loud start to the inning.
So the lineup flips over. Next to hit, Orlando Soto. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Goodbye, home run. And this place is rocking. His 19th home run of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really
back to the top of the lineup. Here's a big power threat. Orlando Soto. He's already homered here in this one. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Dominguez fires it in quickly, and 2 on now as they try to rally here.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Two on, 1 out. Now a screamer into the outfield. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. 1 runs in. Not in time. He's safe. 4-3. They take the lead.
Oh, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this base.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Orlando Soto. His 2-run homer back in the third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
And the pitch. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
No ball, 1 strike.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's Mookie to hit. At the belt and fires. Runner on the go. Throw there. Safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Come on, let it fly right here. Run it.
To second, and he's out. So the batting order turns over. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He's already homered in this game. Swings through that one for strike one. Garcia in his 11th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Rips one to right, and there's two away. 9-3 your final here in this one. All right, ready to get underway. Now at the plate,
Leading
Orlando
off tonight
Soto.
for Seattle, the
The
third
wind of the
baseman,
pitch.
number 2.
And there's a base hit to left. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Mookie now. Moves to first.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Hey, you can do it. No one bang. Let's go.
Turns and fires to Betts. Runner on the go. Throw to second. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Runner on the go again. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him.
Well, Boog, I never really like trying to steal third base when my teammate's up there with 2 strikes. That hitter's got a battle going on, and they see you take.
Runner at first with 2 away. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. This to third, Soto. Sends it to first, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Houston. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Houston, here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto. The pitch. That's hard hit on the line. Alvarez makes the play. 1 down. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Locklear at third. Rodriguez at second. Fry at first. 2 out of the inning. Late swing fouled off. And he asks for time now. Chance to take a breath with the bases loaded. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. Hard hit left side. Throws to first. That ends the inning. And they limit. So the Houston lineup turns over. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. That's to third. Whips it to first. And they get Altuve for the out.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Number 3, shortstop, Jeremy.
Back here at Minute Maid Park. Down the third baseman, Orlando Soto. Eric Getty back to work. Hard hit right side. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. 4-1 the final here today. Okay, all set to go.
Leading off
And
tonight
stepping
for
in for the
Seattle,
Mariners,
the
Orlando
third baseman,
Soto.
Orlando.
The
Soto.
pitch. Ripped on a line. Myers racing over to make the catch. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's a big power threat. Orlando Soto. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Packed house here at Minute Maid.
Hey, one pitch. Make it yours.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Just missing there. And the count is 1-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike if he swings or not.
The throw to first. They don't come much closer than that. So 1 run. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Orlando Soto. He's a guy who does it all. In the air out to center. Settles underneath it. And that is that. Mariners lead 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Orlando Soto. And here it comes. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 20 on the year, and they tie it up. It's 6-6. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto. He's already homered here in this one.
Hey, your turn now. Nobody better.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He powers that one out of here. His second home run of the game, and they take the lead. It's 8-6. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum.
Ready to go. And now for Seattle,
Leading off the
Orlando
afternoon
Soto.
for Seattle, the third baseman, Orlando Soto.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Stay hot, big dog. Here we go.
0-2 now. Hit in the air, center field. On the move. He's got it. 1 away. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Orlando Soto getting ready to hit. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Mookie
Up next for
Betts.
Seattle, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
And he deals.
He's going.
Runner takes off in the dirt. Throw, save! That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed.
Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
Two now. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one's back there. Adios, pelota. And that should quiet this home crowd. Home run number 20 on the year, and they add a couple more. It's 5-1. Chris, he's homered in back. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, right
And now it's Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Turns and fires to Betts. Lined, and that's a base hit. Around third, fires it to the plate. Safe.
Back-to-back singles hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now the shortstop, Matt McClain.
2-1.
Squirts away a little bit. Out at McClain. Now the third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Orlando Soto.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that one sliced foul. 2 outs, base is empty. In the air, out towards left center. And that'll do it. Final score here today, 10-3. Just about set to go. And on the mound in this one, Nathan Eovaldi. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think
Ripped back to the mound, and that got him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Eovaldi checks the runner, and he's back in on a dive.
Hey, stay hot now. Nobody better. Nobody better.
And a pitch. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and great jump.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Turns and fires to Betts. Runner goes again. There's a swing and a drive. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Well, that was a great job.
Now the left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
The left fielder.
The wind of the pitch. On the ground to third. Slings to first. One up, one down. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Mariners' leadoff man, Orlando Soto. Reached on an infield single his first time. Swing and a miss.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Two on, one out. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Here's Mookie to hit. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the runner on the move. Fought off foul. Runner on the go again. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past. Back to the top of the lineup. And now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. 1 for 2. Ripped on the ground to second. Gathers and throws to first. 2 away now.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping.
Now it's the power speed combo. Orlando Soto. 1 for 3. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Up the middle and he knocks it down. And they get the out after the ricochet. That's the third. So the lineup flips over. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners.
Orlando Soto.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to. And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto.
The third baseman, number 2.
The pitch. This to center field. Tavares settles under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. And the right-hander deals. popped in the air left side. Settles under this one. And it's caught for the out. So the batting order turns over. Here's a big power threat. Orlando Soto 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
The next offering misses, and it's 1-2. That one drilled left field. Adios, pelota. That one felt good. His 22nd homer of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak.
Back to the top of the Seattle order, and up next for Seattle, Orlando Soto. He's already homered in this game. Popped up. Duran under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now for Seattle, Orlando Soto. He's already homered here in this one. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
2 on, 1 out. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Steps on the bag for 1, and that's 2. So it's no runs. A shutout in this one, 3-0. Baseball from the Lone Star State. The show brings you the game of the week. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. And stepping in for the Mariners, Orlando Soto.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, the third baseman.
Here comes the pitch.
Soto.
And there's the strike.
0-1.
First pitch, 205.
And a pitch. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. He wastes no time on this one. His 23rd of the year. It's 1-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes.
Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball left side. to first. Play made. That ends the inning. Nothing doing here. This on to the third inning. Here's the third baseman, Orlando Soto.
Orlando
Rocker
Soto.
back to work. To third. It's in and out of his glove. To first, and he just gets it there in time. One away. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Orlando Soto. This one smoked out to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that back in Arlington. And here's the first baseman, Tyler Nevin. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And that turns the lineup over.
Didn't exactly square that.
So the lineup flips over. Orlando Soto up next for the Mariners. He's already homered in this game. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time. Out to escape a base. And your final score here today. Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show brings you the MLB All-Star Game. It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these all-star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get underway, towing the slab in today's game. Nick Frasso, what do we need to know here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And a rope into center field, base hit.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
The right fielder,
Brent Rooker will hit next.
Rooker.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal. Ball outside. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
Well, a nice lead and a nice steal there to get into scoring position with the heart of the order at the plate. That might just lead them to pitching around these hitters a little more because of the open base, but it's early in this ball game. Can't imagine it'll change the attack plan too much.
Runner goes again. In the air, right field. Chourio settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Back at Truist Park. And now here's the starter for the American League, Kumar Rocker.
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
Chourio makes the catch, and there's one down. So 2 away with nobody on. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The 0-2. It's softly on the ground left side. Fires over to Guerrero. That's the third out. Inning over. So up next, Orlando Soto. tap
1-0.
dances out of the way of that one. Steele, a former All-Star, 29 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he...
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike.
1 ball.
Throw. Save.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Oh, caught up in a rundown now. The tag out. He can't scramble back in time. American League making a move for a pinch hitter. Lane Prim.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little...